And just so we're clear, I've played this archetype a number of times on stream in the past. I have some level of proficiency with it, depending on what you consider proficient, I suppose. This is not my preferred configuration. As always, I play the decks on the stream that I am paid to play. They in no way reflect generally my personal opinions unless someone's paid explicitly for me to play a build, my preferred build of a deck. You can find my preferred build of Amulet Titan on my website. This is pretty close to it. There's just a couple of small details that are off, such as having an Emrakul to Promised End in the 75. I think that card's sweet. You can find it with Ancient Stirrings and just dumpster control and combo decks with it. After playing with this archetype a good deal, I think I agree with Edgar that Zakama is just not necessary in his win more. The biggest problem with artifact content, and this is, so like, I've been playing some artifact, I've been playing artifact off stream a bit, and it is difficult for me to both play artifact and watch an artifact stream at the same time, which means the viewer numbers are going to be a lot worse because a lot of people watch card games while they play card games. So if it's difficult to do that, it's going to have much worse numbers. Has my viewership gone up this month? We've been on a steady, slow growth number. So like our modern numbers are still what they are, but Arena has drastically increased the ceiling on what you can have as a Magic streamer. So my Arena numbers have been very, very good. The old 2-lander that you can't keep because they're both Karus. Do you have a spreadsheet anywhere on your website that has the standard and their win-loss records? Nope, I don't. I think testing decks, looking at win-loss records only is a terrible way to determine whether or not a deck is good. There's a lot more subtlety and complexity that goes into determining if a deck's worth playing than just like how many matches you won in random matches. Well, I'd be live a bit later. Yep, today's a double stream day, so I'll be going for about another 3.5 hours here this morning, and then I'll be live for my evening streaming instead about 8:30. The upside to Seal of Primordium is you can put it into play proactively and let it sit there on the table until they draw Blood Moon. That is a main deck spell bomb. It's not about mana efficiency, it's about being able to play it out and not have to worry about holding up green mana constantly. Does this deck still have a turn 1 kill? It does not. It theoretically has turn 2 kills, but they're pretty unlikely. All right. So I can play a Titan next turn. So I pick this up, transmute this for Summoner's Pact. And then next turn, we will play this bounce land, generate mana, get a Titan attack. Not bad for a 5-card hand. That's the way the cookie crumbles. Abrade's pretty reasonable here too. So usually you trim the amulets in all of these interactive matchups because the interactive matchups aren't about going fast. They're about getting to your stuff eventually, just having inevitability. You want to just board like that. Trim this bottom end stuff, bring in a little bit of interaction and some more top end. Seems fine. I don't think green black's a Ruric Thar matchup. It's more for the control decks. Do you mean to Rock Sage this matchup? We do. They green black often has Damping Sphere on their sideboard. I like Vesuva here. Can copy my Simic growth chamber. Don't really need a Ghost Quarter at the moment. You have a Scavenging Ooze. Do I explosives here for 2? Probably not. Probably not. Please play Liliana the Veil and plus her. You had Pact for Azusa. No, I don't think that makes sense. Like they just play Damping Sphere and I get destroyed. That Pact is a copy of Primeval Titan here for later. I'm not under any pressure. There's no reason to be aggressive here. Like, now I just get to, like, cast Primeval Titan next turn, like... Or not, a couple of turns from now. But, like, if I was under more pressure, I would agree with you. But, like, even if they play more stuff out, I have Engineered Explosives to clean out their 2-drop. So, like, there's no reason to, like, turn a threat into a non-threat, basically. Explosives is great in this matchup. You like to play around discard spells. I mean, you could argue that like turning my threats into non-threats is the exact opposite of playing around discard spells. The way you play around discard spells is by having high threat density. So like turning my potential Primeval Titan into an Azusa is like the inverse of that. Just, again, slow and steady. No reason to do much anything here. Yeah, great. Come at me. So I want to make sure I play Gemstone Mine out here as opposed to the Sunhome. And the reason for this is if my opponent casts Damping Sphere next turn, I want to make sure I have 2 lands that can make green mana. Yeah, we're very far ahead at this point. Like, even if they kill this, like, he's just gonna, like, get a Tolaria West and just, like, slowly work on our way through. He's been cast down. Tolaria West, Gruul Turf. I'm gonna get the last growth chamber. I just want to make sure I have plenty of blue mana here. Oh no, please don't attack me at Treetop Village. How will I ever win the game now, opponent? It's just like double Treetop Village. It's just like double Treetop attack for 6, sure. It depends on how much time I have. If this league takes 2 hours, I might just do some standard. But if I have, it depends on what time I finish. Because standard, I can be flexible with the time I finish at, whereas modern, I cannot. So I can't play a Titan this turn. So I think I just cast this and like play Khalni Garden. I could also play Vesuva on Simic Growth Chamber. And like pick this back up. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Garden is bad in the face of Village. Why? Please be constructive and specific. The deck is unplayable. Barbecue chicken nugget. It is really, really terrible. We literally did not win a game. It is impressive that that the deck has won matches, historically speaking. Yeah, this is fine. Amulet Titan is modern land. It kind of is in a way, isn't it? I think they're actually supposed to take Adventurous Impulse here. It's Impulse or Explore. I suppose they could take Rec Sage if they have Damping Sphere. But outside of Damping Sphere, I think it's Impulse or Explore here. I think I would hedge on the side of Impulse, but... seems reasonable. The fact that they took a card out of my hand means I can play a Karu and pick my turn 1 land up and not have to discard the hand size, so that's nice. Goyf isn't very scary. Dark Confidant would have been a little bit annoying there. Untapped land here is quite fantastic, because it means I get to do this. Just like, get my ramp on. Will I be revisiting Artifact anytime soon? Yeah, I think I might stream a little bit tomorrow. Normally I take Thursdays off, but I might do some Artifact tomorrow morning. I need to see how expensive cards are going to be to buy. I think I might just like buy play sets of all the green and blue cards and just like brew with green and blue and constructed to start. Yeah, you can type exclamation point and then the card name in chat to get the card text. Duress, I like it. I really like Duress on the sideboard of the green-black decks. I think that's an underplayed card in Modern. Extras, I have sold 152 cards on the marketplace so far, and I have not gotten flagged for anything. So I don't know if I'm just immune or what. Well, I already have, so the reason why I want to buy the blue and green cards is because I actually already have the expensive green hero. Yeah, I opened 2 Drows in the 60 packs that I opened. So like I can keep one and I can sell one. Yeah, Cheating Death with Meepo sounds like a lot of fun. And Cheating Death with Annihilation also sounds great. Am I making any profit? I don't think so. What am I at? Oh man, I'm up to $9.39. Oh no! Oh no! They have Fulminator Mage too. Alright, we're dead. So the Pact was a little aggressive there, but like we were alive through Damping Sphere and we were alive through Ghost Quarter and Assassin's Trophy. But I was not live through Stone Rain. I think that's a proper risk to take there. Like, I can't know every card that they're playing on their sideboard, right? How we doing, folks? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thanks for hanging out with me here today. My name is Jeff Hogan. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. Hanging out playing some Modern this afternoon, playing some Amulet Titan at the moment. If you're not familiar with my content, I stream Magic full-time here on Twitch. We play a ton of Constructed, Modern here on Magic Online. We also play a bunch of Standard on Magic Arena. If you enjoy my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me around. I wouldn't be here day in and day out without their wonderful support. Their support is why we have Modern on this channel. Past subscribing, you can also support my stuff by checking out some of my very wonderful sponsors. Harry's Razors would love to help you get that nice, close, clean shave. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/Hoogle Shave, you could save $5 on your brand new starter kit with them. Remember, just because you like playing the degenerate decks doesn't mean you need to look like it. Cardsphere.com will love to help you turn your cards into other cards directly to the players. There's no haggling, and they just take 1% fee off of the top. InkedGaming.com will love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mouse pads, binders, and bags with them. You can upload your own custom artwork or choose from the wide range of custom artwork that they have on their website. Also, you know, I'd like to welcome everyone out there to Hoaglandia. Thanks for dropping by our little slice of the internet here today. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch, and I appreciate you choosing to spend part of your time here with us. Remember, if you enjoy my content and you want to see more of it, you can find archives of all my past playthroughs on my website. I break everything up by deck, so you can watch just the matches that you care about. That was the first match with the Amulet, so right on into the second here. Currently 0-1 in this league. It seems pretty reasonable, right? Like, I need some more lands. We get to go tap land into Keru. Can you remind me what I get for my 20 bucks when I buy artifacts? You get 2 starter decks, 10 booster packs, and 5 tickets. So it's like buying 10 packs. They basically just force you to buy 10 packs is the best way to think about it. And they give you some extras in there too, but it's basically like you're forced to buy 10 packs, which is like you're going to buy packs anyways if you're playing a card game. But sorry, asterisk. Most people are going to buy 10 packs. Asterisk. You think Fine Finality is too cute in a modern deck with Fulminate Rage around? Yeah, I think it's probably too cute. Is that a different green-black player? It is, in fact, a different green-black player. I've played both sides of this matchup before, and usually it's pretty good for the Amulet Titan side, but obviously not unlosable as we just lost the last time. Really want to Keru 2 here. More bounce land so we can get some mana going. The content helped me get through the semester. Hyder, thanks for the 4 months of support. Welcome back. Thanks for keeping me in plater. Hope your semester's going well. Are you about done? I guess a lot of schools are done soonish, right? Like the next week or two. Depending on if you're on trimesters, semesters, quarters, or whatnot. One of the things that's important to remember, Cantor, is that the rock decks have a high floor, whereas the floor on Amulet Titan decks is much lower. So it's easier to be when your opponent isn't playing the Amulet Titan deck well, they're not going to win many matches. So we drew Keru there, like exactly what we want to do. So we want to draw an untapped land next turn, ideally. Engineered Explosives would be a fine consolation prize. Is Amulet Titan one of the hardest combo decks in Modern? To a degree. It just has a lot going on. It's very busy. Sure. There's 2 reasons Pod is unbannable. Hey, it's Spiller. The first is that Pod as a combo deck is incredibly slow in relation to the other combo decks that exist in Modern, so it has a difficult time racing the combo decks. The flip side of the equation is that, well, then what does Pod do to the fair decks? Pod is incredibly easy to interact with for every reasonable fair deck in Modern. Basically, every decent fair deck in Modern has counter spells or a way to take an artifact off the table before it generates more than 1 or 2 activations. Hey, Totos, thanks for the tip. I appreciate that. Ooh, let me pull my dashboard up here. I'm gonna take a hit for these. That's fine. Mr. Jeff, don't diss Militia Bugler here. Instead, play this doodler. What's going on? Happy to get that added. So we're gonna take 6 here. So would really like an untapped land for Christmas. Put these on black-red walkers. Will do, RyamX. Thanks for the support. I appreciate it. I just like don't have anything to do, right? When your 28 land deck only draws 3 lands. Something low variance game. If we hit an untapped land next turn, we might still be okay. We're actually dead to Lightning Bolt, right? They can eat 2 creatures, then 8, and then 3 us, so we're dead to Bolt here. Maybe I'm supposed to discard the Summoner's Pact. If I would have discarded Summoner's Pact, I wouldn't be dead to Bolt here. Oh, man. They can eat 2 creatures, hit me for 8, and then bolt me. I should have discarded Summoner's Pact. If I wouldn't have discarded another creature, they wouldn't have been able to eat and deal 8. So if they ate 2 creatures, they would have, sure. A Jund opponent who has Tireless Tracker in their deck. I like the cut of your jib. Your jib is cut in a pleasant direction, opponent. Alright, so what is this doing? This is getting Khalni Garden plus a gain 2, right? Just like 10 out of 10. Yeah, people always remember Kiki Pod, and Kiki Pod wasn't even the good version of Pod. In fact, by the end of Pod's life cycle, people were just doing things like potting kitchen things into... People were just potting kitchen things into Siege Rhino, just like for value. Siege Rhino got pod banned, right? If they don't have a Doomblade here for the Primeval Titan, we get to Pact for another Titan next turn. Just like being a pretty good spot. Oh, you know what? I could have. This was wrong. I should have stayed at 4, I think, and I should have gotten a bounce land with my Khalni Garden and then made another plant token. So I could have 2 plants in play right now. That was a mistake on my part. Because I still had extra land drops from Azusa. Because 4 and 3 are pretty similar, and an extra blocker is much better than 2 health here. And we can infer that they likely don't have Lightning Bolt, because if they had Lightning Bolt, we would have died last turn. So when I make blocks this turn, I can make them with the assumption that they probably don't have Lightning Bolt. Yeah, so like they're going to edict me again here. And I could have kept the Sakura-Tribe Scout and had just sacrificed the no-one plant. That being said, I'm still kind of fine, right? Like, they don't have good attacks here. I get to, like, go get another. I think I do this because if I don't kill the Scavenging Ooze now, it's gonna be bigger than Primeval Titan will be next turn. So I want to just get this off the table, whereas the Goyf is still gonna be a 5/6 next turn. All right, I think I can afford to play around them them drawing a copy of Lightning Bolt at this point. Because I can cast this and do this. I'm gonna get a bounce land and a Vesuva. And I'm gonna have Vesuva enter as a Khalni Garden. And then I'm gonna have my bounce land pick up the Radiant Fountain and replay it. Shrinking the Goyf doesn't really matter. The Goyf's not getting bigger than the Primeval Titan. Is a concession lockup? Feels like a concession lockup. Yep. Gonna board in a very similar way, the identical way to we just boarded against straight black green. Trim the amulets, trim the Tribe Scouts, bring in a bunch of interaction and bumps. Why is everybody so obsessed with bogging? The Goyf doesn't matter, chat. If the Goyf is a 4/5, it's still the same as if it's a 5/6. It still gets blocked by Primeval Titan. Like, the Goyf being 1 to 2 points smaller is completely irrelevant on the game state, whereas gaining 2 life and having an extra blocker both do meaningful things to cut them off of lines of play that kill us. So again, the question you should always be asking yourself is, how do I lose this game? And then slowly take lines with your toolbox when you're searching to, like, cut them off of those lines that beat you. And, like, none of the lines that they had that beat us there, in general, cut involves making the Tarmogoyf smaller, or having the Tarmogoyf be larger. I have trouble understanding how good Abrade is. Can you please explain sideboarding it in general, please? So the reason why Abrade is good is because it's flexible. So Abrade is the type of card where if they have some kind of hate piece, like a Damping Sphere, it can destroy a Damping Sphere that's an artifact. But that's not the reason why Abrade is good. The reason why Abrade is good is because when they don't draw Damping Sphere or that piece of artifact hate, it still deals 3 damage to a creature and takes a Scavenging Ooze or a Dark Confidant or a Bloodbraid Elf off the table that could otherwise be killing me. It's the red Abrupt Decay. That's a great way to think about it. I'm gonna have plenty of green. I'm gonna grab the Tolaria West for now. Those of you who think Birthing Pod could be unbanned like I do, I've got some really bad news for you. Modern's never changing. It is what it is. They're not unbanning anything. If that's what you're waiting for to like the format, you should find something else to like about it, or play Standard or Legacy or some other Magic format. This format's not changing anytime soon. It is what it is what it is. All right, so Explore was a punish for taking a tapped land there over an untapped land, I suppose. Man. Wow, I got punished for not taking the forest. Holy crap. Holy crap. Well, I didn't think that was greedy, because, like, I got so many looks at a carrier with the second stirrings, but oh. Yeah, there's a new format coming. It'll be introduced by the end of next year because it's going to need to exist on Arena. Yeah, so I should have taken the forest there. It would have been good with the Explorer, and it would have been good when I bricked on another green source here. You think the proposed new format will kill Modern? Did Modern kill Legacy? As long as there are people interested in playing Modern, Modern will exist. In fact, the real reason, if anything's killing Legacy, it's not even Modern. Like, the thing that's killing Legacy is the reserve list. Yeah, Squirrel Party gets it. Legacy's dying. It's alive, but it's dying. Fantastic draw for us. The last R&D plays Extreme. Both members of R&D were still putting forth the limits design space arguments for Stoneforge Mystic and Pod. That's so dumb. When was the last time? You know what? If they're not going to unban Stoneforge Mystic, they better have a busted ass equipment coming. You wanna tell me the ability to print busted equipment is the reason you can't unban Stoneforge Mystic? Put your money where your mouth is and give me a busted piece of equipment to play then. Show me the magic card that they want to design that putting Stoneforge Mystic back into Modern prevents them from printing. Yeah, Legacy is going to slowly become an MTGO only format. I concur with that assessment. I need like more jitty level equipments. So, assuming they don't punch our mana or the cards in our hand this turn, next turn we're going to go Cavern of Souls on Giant, play Azusa, play Gemstone Mine, play Gruul Turf, pick up Gemstone Mine with 1 counter on it. 2 pair, buddy. 2 pair. So this doesn't matter here because my opponent's tapped out. But if your opponent's not tapped out when you play Azusa, you want to make sure you play your lands that have triggers attached to them as your last land for the turn with Azusa, because normally your opponents cannot respond to your land drops. But if your land drop generates a trigger, they then have a chance to respond. So like if my opponent had Lightning Bolt up there and I led on Gruul Turf before this Gemstone Mine, my opponent would have an opportunity to kill Azusa before I could play my 3rd land for the turn. And that bolt doesn't really matter, right? I guess it lets them attack us for 7, 8 here, but I'm going to play Primeval Titan next turn and just like start generating Khalni Garden plant tokens and stuff. That card will be fun later. Always make blue mana when you make mana of any color, because blue mana is the best mana in Magic. Alright, now I'm going to get Bojuka Bog, because I'm at 6. Yeah, I'm going to get Bojuka Bog, Khalni Garden. I guess this is probably still wrong. If they, like, decay my plant token or push my plant token and then bolt me after I block. This is only a 2/3 now. If they decay, they're gonna get another instant though. I think I was probably supposed to gain some health there. Yeah, we'll see. Next turn will be another Primeval Titan, which will get Radiant Fountain plus a bounce land to bounce the Khalni Garden and replay it. You can search E next turn and put it at 2. Is that better than like playing another Titan? I guess it's like kind of better in the face of Maelstrom Pulse. I have to lose this then though? Oh, that's a good draw. That's a good draw. So, Infect, in relation to the other things that exist in Modern, is an incredibly fair and balanced mechanic. Infect, as far as combo decks go in Modern, it's just like super, super fair. Opponent's had enough. That, in my experience, is how the matchup against Green Black X usually goes. You just like make land drops, play your bombs, and kill them. What did we play against run 1? Green Black Rock. We ended up getting punished by a Fulminator in game 3. I cast the Summoner's Pact and then a Fulminator destroyed us for it. This seems really good. It needs another Karu or two, but it's quite fantastic. This deck's really good. If you're looking for a competitive Feel Smart deck in Modern, this would be my recommendation for a Feel Smart deck. This is, in my opinion, the only Feel Smart deck that sees play because it's good, not because it's just like people like feeling smart while they play it. More colorless utility lands. KCI is not a Feel Smart deck. KCI is a very good combo deck, but what it does is not tricky or interesting. It just does its thing and kills your opponent. KCI is not really any different than things like Storm. Just like, they're both good decks, but I wouldn't classify them as a Feel Smart deck. They're not decks that like let you be tricky and like toolbox and stuff like that. Colorless Eldrazi Poop. Yeah, Amulet has an okay amount of interaction with it too, which is nice. Oh no, not Relic of Progenitus. How will I ever win the game now, opponent? That's the actual perfect draw. That's exactly what we wanted for Christmas. Another Karu. We played the Cremator deck this morning. We played 4 matches and did not win a game. It'll be up on YouTube later for you to watch us flail around and die later. Yeah, they're very bad pikes. They're slow and clunky and they're just not interactive enough. Like, their threats cost too much mana and their interactive elements are just too slow. Well. Would you looky here? Would you looky here? If I does say that's a good one. Just the runners off the top. I do say, but still my heart. If I do declare, that is exactly what we wanted. Ready for our little piggy to go wee 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 all the way home? Oh no, please don't draw with Relic of Progenitus. How would I ever win the game now, opponent? Put my 6/6 into play. Oh no, chat. What if they cast Thought-Knot-Seer next turn? How will we ever win the game if they cast a Thought-Knot-Seer? It's so incredibly fair and unfair and powerful. So, they made these not auto-stack anymore, but I actually can't see which one this goes to. Like, is this the Slayers Stronghold trigger, or is this the Boros Garrison trigger? Just like, how do I know? How do I know? Oh, look, they don't want to play Magic anymore. Weird. They don't want to play Magic anymore. That's so strange. That's so strange. This trigger needs more hats, right? Come back, opponent. Yeah, of course that was turn 3. This is modern. You think they got a turn 4? What modern format have you been playing? Yeah, they're a Chalice the Void deck. Walking Ballista seems pretty bad here. Walking Ballista seems bad. I probably don't want both Baloth, but one's probably fine. What do we think of this? Is Abrade good enough? Maybe Abrade is fine. It's like trim Explorer. Explorer is kind of filler. You trim Explorer a lot. Actually, Impulse is probably a better trim than Explorer. I think I like that. I think I like this configuration. Let's do it. Wouldn't a turn 3 Batterskull really have tripped you up there? Yeah, whew. Really glad that Stoneforge Mystic wasn't involved in that game of Magic. That would have been truly terrible for us. What are we EEing for? Well, Engineered Explosive can get up to 4 and 5 in this deck, so it can theoretically kill Thought-Knot-Seers. We also can kill Chalice on 0 with Engineered Explosives by paying Colorless as 1 mana. That's a great clip. Thanks for that one. How many Wingding sources does this deck have? Enough. Oh no, they have modern staples, Smuggler's Copter, and it is incredibly unreasonable that this ridiculously powerful card has been allowed into modern. This card was banned in standard, and everybody knows that if a card is banned in standard, it must also then be banned in modern. Jeez. Does Wizards even know what they're doing? Is the Green-Black Elves list on my website my preferred build? Yeah, close to it. I like the main deck. I'm still working on the sideboard for the Invitational. Opponent has mulligan 2-4. Opponent has mulligan 2-3. After 12 draws, we finally have a chess world champion. Since when has Possibility Storm been a sponsor? All month, Batman. We've done a couple other puzzles on stream, too. I think we're going to do another one on Friday. Chess needs a banned restricted update because the format's completely solved. Thanks for playing Night Angels today. I ended up replacing Deafening Clarion with Treasure Map because I felt like the quality of creatures was good enough to beat their board state. Yeah, that seems reasonable, Thomas. Seems fine. Well, that was a good draw. I think I'm going to play 3 Dismembers, Alex. If I had to play a tournament today, I think it would be 3 Dismembers. Cut the 3rd trophy for a 3rd Dismember. I might play, there's a modern tournament in Chicago this weekend at Nerd Rage. I might drive up with Matt and play in it. I'm not sure yet. It's supposed to thunderstorm after we just got done blizzarding. So if it thunderstorms, I'm not sure I'm going to go, but might. We'll see. We'll see. Weather, the true enemy of fun, right? That's what I'm saying. If you find the right person, Totos, being funny is sexy. Come on now. Easy pick. What would I play if I went up this weekend? Elves. I actually have the couple of subs that let me. I had one of our wonderful subs, Isha, sent me the bulk of elves. Then another one of the subs sent me Horizon Canopy and a couple of trophies. So I have everything except Dismembers sitting in a box upstairs. And Dismembers are like easy to get. Cards cheap. Next turn, I'm going to play a 6/6 opponent. Nah, you don't need to mail me Dismembers. I'll be able to pick those up. Finding like specific elves cards is really annoying, so I was really grateful to be able to get that whole deck from someone. I'm not a big fan of blue-white control. In general, being proactive in Modern tends to be much better than being not proactive. All of the Amulet Titan players watching this stream right now really want you to play blue-white control, though. This deck dumpsters blue-white control. We expect my beard to work on the weekends, Frank? Come on now. I work on the weekends, but my beard doesn't. How is this deck versus Tron? If they have turn 3 Karn, you die. If they don't have turn 3 Karn, you're usually ahead. So just like normal Tron matchup. Do I have turn 3 Karn? If yes, I win. If not, probably fine. Can I mail you all 46 of my Splinter Twins? Clearly, I won't need them. MTG Finance. All right, I need to run to the restroom really quick, and I'll be right back. We're going to finish this league up, and then it's looking like I'm going to have time for another Modern deck today. What's at the top of the queue? Training Grounds, Pack Rat, Black White Super Friends, Teamer Evolve. Oh, 4-color Geist. Maybe we'll play 4-color Geist after this. At any rate, I'm going to hit the bathroom really quick before we move on. don't think that's strictly true. I think this deck's reasonably consistent. It's got both Ancient Stirrings and Adventurous Impulse. It's got a lot of redundancy in its tutors and things like that for searching for things. I think Amulet Titan's biggest issue is that it isn't fast consistently. I wouldn't call the deck inconsistent. Like, given like till turn 5 or 6, this deck does the same thing almost every game. The problem is it doesn't kill on turn 3 or 4 all the time. It does some amount of the time, but not all the time. You definitely aren't going to play the Legacy deck today. I am not, Gully. The Legacy deck will be first thing Monday morning. Yep, have a good one. Enjoy your workout. That's a really sad mulligan, but unfortunately it is a mulligan. I don't know what happened to the Amulet Titan deck that was, or the Jeskai deck. I think Google Docs has revisioning. I'll have to go in and try and figure out what happened to it. I might have deleted it by mistake. Hide Seek. I like Hide Seek a lot. Hide Seek's really sweet because it doesn't give them death triggers on things like Wormcoil Engine or Hangerback Walker, and it also gets around Welding Jar. Adventurous Impulse is good. My preferred, this isn't exactly my preferred iteration of Amulet Titan, but it's pretty close. The list on my site has 2 or 3 impulses in it, I believe. Was it worth it to play Sunhome in case they inquiry it away? No, I think playing the Radiant Fountain here is more valuable to us in the long term than Sunhome will be. Like, I don't really need you don't need Double Strike to win most games. Whereas gaining life against the aggro deck is, like, pretty valuable. Will I grow my beard back? Yep, already on it. It'll be another week or so. Yep, Mikey. Wednesday's my double stream day. So I'm gonna finish this league, and then I'm gonna play one more, and then I will take a break, and I'll come back about 8:30 tonight. Now, my face is cold. I would like hair back on it. I went outside to shovel the driveway the other day, and it was just, like, truly terrible. I was like, why would anybody want to look like this all the time? Okay, well, Azusa's a good draw there. Azusa means that if I hit a green source next turn, I could play a Titan. Alright, technically not dead yet. Get Khalni Garden here. Gives me green for next turn. It gives me a blocker this turn. For the record, I was going to block with Azusa there, but they took that choice away from me. So. I guess I'll have to throw more bits at you. Earlier at the end of the S League, I guess I need to figure out what I'm watching next. And I remember you were currently live and I wasn't watching on YouTube. What's going on, Blackwell? Oh, that sucks. I have to just let this happen, though. Alright, if their last card is bad, we can play Titan next turn and win the game, potentially. The last card is something that kills us, though. Oh, wait, these are 8s. These are 8s. I'm dumb. These are 8s. I don't know why I thought... Oh, my mental shortcut was that they were going to 3, not that they were gaining 3. Yeah, we're just dead. Okay, so obviously we should have pacted there because we were dead otherwise. I don't think Relic's fast enough in this matchup. Engineered Explosives doesn't seem very good. I think Walking Ballista is too slow. By the time, like, this is relevant, anything else will be, that we can cast is useful. Hornet Queen can lock games up for us. It goes really wide, really fast. Adventurous Impulse is probably the cut. Explorers, like, both these cards are filler. And I think the ramp is more important than the selection in this matchup. The modern event at Nerd Rage is on Saturday. Yeah, it seems pretty good. It wants another Keru or a Amulet, but definitely a keep. Do you want Seal for Hollow Boy? Maybe? I think the 2 braids is enough. Like, I have Rec Sage, too. Like, I have a lot of ways to, like, attack enchantments or attack artifacts. Welcome to Modern. Enjoy your stay. They bend Ancient Grudge too. Yay, magic. Yep, yeah, Matt's commentating. Maybe we draw a green Keru. Take one more draw to green Keru here. I mean, that's like a tap land that's green, kind of. All around me are familiar faces, worn out places, worn out spaces. Something about waking up early. I don't know the actual lyrics from there. Those probably weren't even the real lyrics that I just did there in the middle. Do 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 do. And I find it kind of funny. I find it kind of sad that there are people trying to keep Stoneforge Mystic banned. Do 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 do. Do, 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 do. All right, we're actually not just dead yet, right? Stop, I'm crying. All right, so I'm gonna pick up Gemstone Mine here. I'm gonna play Azusa, Lost but Bolted. And then, even if they flash back this Ancient Grudge, if I draw an untapped land next turn, I can jam a Primeval Titan down their throat. Should have picked up Vesuva and copied the Keru. That's probably true, right? If I have Vesuva, copied the Karu. Yeah, and then I could have done this other one too. That's a super good find. Thank you. That is super correct. Does it not matter? Am I dead? Yeah, I'd have a Primeval Titan guaranteed this turn with maybe a Hornet Queen if I'd have taken the correct line and picked up the Vesuva. Oh, am I dead? So it doesn't matter? I think I'm dead, so it doesn't matter. Yay! It didn't matter. Yay, magic. Yay, magic. Man, now I really want to like write a parody of Mad World about the modern ban list. I feel like if there's anybody out there with musical talent, that would be a great use of your time. We need a Mad World parody based on the modern ban list. What's going on, Grumpy Boy? Thank you for the 2-month resub. I appreciate that. Welcome back. It's doing modern things, admin. It's definitely doing modern things. Blakely, thank you for the brand new Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of great people making a lot of great stuff on Twitch. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Would you post it on your channel? Yeah, probably. I feel like that would generate a good number of clicks. All right, turn 1 Godless Shrine Thoughtseize. That's usually good for this archetype. All right, so Reclamation Sage is going away here. Looks like black-white Texas. No, I don't think that's true, Spiller. Don't forget to click the Leonin Arbiter with the real MVP advice. Don't forget to click the Leonin Arbiter. So I'm going to pick T-West up here. I'm going to go ahead and transmute it. Summoner's Pact. No, you know, that was a genuine thank you. I often forget to click the Leonin Arbiter. That's a meme for a reason. So now I'm going to play Ghost Quarter this turn, and then next turn we can Primeval Titan them. What's going on, Amethy? Hope your finals treat you okay. So against Path to Exile decks, if they don't have a really quick clock on you, you generally want to be a little bit conservative. So next turn, instead of getting the Boros Garrison and the Slayers Stronghold to like try and haste my Titan, I'm simply going to what's the word search for? I'm simply going to get my Tolaria West plus another Simic Growth Chambers. That way I can have a backup Titan in the tank should my opponent have a Path to Exile for my first one. So one of the reasons why this deck is so good against these fair magic decks is because your Primeval Titans are basically Squadron Hawks. Just like the first Primeval Titan gets another Primeval Titan, gets another Primeval Titan. Just slow and steady. Oh, Duke Nukem references. And then I do need to make the decision, do I want to transmute my Tolaria West right away? Or do I want to leave it in my hand? So the upside to leaving the Tolaria West in my hand is that they can't Thoughtseize my Summoner's Pact. And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I guess I don't have enough mana. So like I'm gonna have to pay. No, I'm gonna have enough. All right, yeah, I'm not gonna transmute it right away. I wanna leave this in my hand in a format that they can't Thoughtseize. I would love a Vesuva, thank you. So like I have to pay for Pact next turn anyways. And then the next turn, so 2 turns from now, I'll be able to transmute and play Primeval Titan anyways. Sure, they don't have a discard spell yet, but they could definitely draw one. And like all of that factors into like, do they even have a Path to Exile? Because they might not have a Path to Exile here, and then they're up a creek without a paddle regardless. So if my opponent that turn had a Path to Exile, they would have gotten to path my Primeval Titan in response to the Slayers Stronghold, and I would have never gotten to attack with it, and then I'd have Stone Cold nothing. So I'm playing it safe by like leaving myself the ability to get another Primeval Titan. Does the second amulet do anything useful for me? Not really. I'm gonna hip check Sorin here, just like make sure it doesn't ult on me. If you play Sunhome, you can 12 them. What does 12ing them do? What does that accomplish? What does that play around? Why is it worth doing? You're correct that it's a thing I can do, but what goal does it? What goal does it advance? Why is it something that I'm interested in potentially doing? Oh, 12ing kills Sorin. I don't really need the Sorin dead, right? I can actually play a second Titan post-combat here with this other amulet, right? I think. So this is 5, and then I pay 1 for the amulet, and then I go 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I guess I have to Ghost Quarter now. So if I have to Ghost Quarter, I don't get to Titan this turn, but that's fine. If like they don't have a board, I don't really need to Titan this turn. Just kill all your stuff. Put your Sorin to 3. Are we done here? What are we doing with our lives? What are we? Why? What is even going on? Yeah, good. Glad we had this chat. All right, so like some kind of token nonsense. So Firespout seems fine. Abrade seems good for killing their stupid what's it called? Whatever those dorks are. Engineered Explosives seems great if they're a tokens deck. I mean, they were kind of in a bad spot regardless of what happened there. So this is probably a matchup where I don't need the Explorers. Or I just got the Sakura-Tribe Scouts. I'm just gonna cut the Tribe Scouts. Probably have a bunch of removal they're leaving in their deck. I mean, like, okay, so like here's the other side of what Chad is talking about that I think you're missing. What if they know the Ghost Quarter is there? What does it do? What is it accomplish? I need to board a land out more often. I've been boarding a land out in this league. You can cut a land in this deck almost all the time. So like how do you make a better play knowing the Ghost Quarter is there? Do they have a good play? I don't think they do. So like taking the line and like hoping I missed the Ghost Quarter probably is their best line to win, right? Like their play to win line. Like, does their deck really apply enough pressure to like need to worry about Fulminator Mage? We're playing against black-white garbage. It's like mid-range stuff. Is it better than Amulet? Yeah, I'd buy that for $1. I'm probably bringing in stuff like Wear Tear and nonsense. Sure. Disenchant, whatever that's called. You don't really need Amulet to win matches like this usually. Can you explain Ruric Thar in the sideboard? Yeah, it kills people that want to cast non-creature spells. Unless you like Sakura-Tribe Scout here and it could have been an Amulet. No discard spell on one is just like A+ for us. Yeah. That could have been a thing. I think I just get explosives here. I have plenty of lands in my hand. I guess the third untapped land is appealing because I could have gone land, Azusa, bounce lands. Yeah, maybe I'm actually supposed to take the third untapped land there. I'm gonna go ahead and play this Engineered Explosives out proactively here. This means that next turn I can go crack Engineered Explosives plus play Karu without discarding to hand size. Would Mirror Pool be too clunky for this deck? What problem does this deck have that you're solving by adding Mirror Pool to it? Why is it a worthwhile addition? What does Nassif call this deck? Black-White Sewer? Is that what? I believe that's what he refers to it as. Sewer? That's where all the poop goes, is down the sewer. Don't just tell people their cards are bad. That's not what we do here. Help people learn. Tell them why their cards are bad. Offer something constructive. Offer something specific. Or take a break, you know? Your choice. If you'd rather take a break, that's your prerogative. So, they have this Field of Ruin. If I play the Simic Growth Chamber and pick up the Gemstone Mine, they're going to Field of Ruin me and then I can't Azusa next turn. If I play Khalni Garden this turn, I can guaranteed play Azusa next turn, but playing Azusa next turn then loses my Gemstone Mine. I think if their fourth turn is spent activating Field of Ruin and flashing back Lingering Souls, I'm probably happy with that. So I'm going to go ahead and do this because I'd prefer to not lose my Gemstone Mine. Their clock isn't particularly fast, so I think I want to preserve card advantage. Oh, and I guess if they field me here, I can just play this and Azusa anyways. Yeah, I'm silly. We definitely want to play this. I get a land from the Field of Ruin. Yep, it's not Tuck Edge. And like, if this is their play this turn, that's just like incredibly good for me. Just like they have nothing going on. Yeah. I was thinking I wasn't gonna have an untapped land, but the Gemstone Mine comes back to my hand. So next turn we go Gemstone Mine, cast Primeval Titan. Opponent is never winning this game. I agree. Concur. They are incredibly behind. Can someone in chat give me a TLDR of how to buy decks in Arena? You just buy booster packs, Ribbon. So I would recommend buying guilds packs because they come with all of they have shocklands are in guilds, and you get guaranteed wildcards based on the quantities of booster packs that you buy. So every 6 booster packs you buy, you get a rare wildcard guaranteed, and every third rare is a mythic instead. So basically just like put whatever amount of money you want to put into the game and then buy that many guilds booster packs. If you're putting a large amount of money into the game, I wouldn't buy more than like 180 guilds packs. But basically just pick the sets you want to buy and then buy a bunch of them. And then you'll have a bunch of wild cards at the end, and then import the deck list that you want to build and then click use wild cards and it'll use them up for you. We call it black white dumpster because it makes you want to throw your deck in the garbage. It's probably also appropriate. Get in my Azusa chip shot here. If you find limited enjoyable, playing the limited events, if you're winning, I think half your matches or so is worthwhile. But if you don't enjoy limited, just buy booster packs and then build decks. I personally don't like limited. I've opened a lot of packs. I feel like your leagues would speed up if you could show your hand in half these Titan leagues. Nah, people don't concede. They've got 6 cards in their hand, chat. How could I ever possibly win? So it's slow. But do I pact here do I just like pact for another Titan? Just so they can like don't get to take my pact away? I think I'm supposed to pact for a Titan, because if they like have a follow-up Thoughtseize, I feel real bad. Like, it makes me play a turn behind, but like, we're not in a rush to go anywhere, right? Like, they have 2 Lingering Souls tokens in play. But he's playing black-white, Eldrazi's. At regionals, we were jamming games with me on Delvin. After my 3rd runaway win, he scooped and stopped jamming with me. That's a little bit scary. Bob, like, kind of puts onus on us to, like, do something. It gives them cards, I guess. I don't really care about them being cards. I don't really care about them having cards. So I've chosen to put myself a turn behind while keeping an extra card in my hand. I don't know if that's worthwhile. We'll find out. Bojuka Bog. Bojuka Bog. Juke it. They're probably not even playing Modern Staple Night Market Lookout, right? That's what I'm saying. Bog the sewer. Gotta clean the sewer out, chat. It's stinky. Clean the sewer out. So our first order of business with Primeval Titan is going to be fetch a Simic Growth Chamber plus a Tolaria West so we can go get a Walking Ballista and clean this board up. Really? Okay. I guess they just want a Damnation next turn because they know we're tightening them and they want us to Damnation them. Which is like, sure, deal. Squadron Titan, I choose you. Someone asked earlier how I like the Botanical Sanctum. It seems fine. I don't know, I don't really have a strong opinion on it. Seems reasonable. And like, if they Damnation me here, I just like play another Titan next turn. Hope they have 4 disenchants in hand. Me too. Me too. Bring it. What do we got? What do we got here? With the double strike land already in play, they need to take the Titan off the table this turn. We're just gonna run them down. If they don't Damnation us, I can transmute the Tolaria West for Walking Ballista, and then play Walking Ballista for 1, 2, 3, 4, and kill the Dark Confidant plus some of these Spirit tokens. Do we ever pick Bog back up for Souls? Maybe later. Yeah, all of these mopey mid-range decks are very bad against Amulet Titan. The next Titan's probably getting a Radiant Fountain to buffer our health total a small amount. I assume they're casting Damnation here. Like, we know it's in their hand from Bob earlier. That would, the setting up to cast Damnation this turn is a big reason to have attacked with the Shambling Vent the previous turn. It was like, they knew this Titan was coming, and they know we have a second Titan in our hand at the moment. We can transmute for the host land, return it, and hit them. Is that right, though? Like, do I need to, like, play into a path? I'm just, like, so far ahead, right? Yeah, I kind of like Hornet Queen at this point. Like, they already cast their Damnation. So, like, do you have another one? Go. Resolves. Yeah, this is, like I said, this is the best Feel Smart deck in the format, I think. Gives you a lot of line. There's tons of different little tricks that you get to do. And it's just like doing something that's proactive and powerful. A lot of the decks I would classify as Feel Smart decks aren't proactive in Modern, which makes them bad. All right, we went 3-2. We had a pretty bad beat to lose the first match. I don't think I made a mistake there. We had just like kind of a clunky draw game 1 against them, and we got punished by a Fulminator Mage after casting a Summoner's Pact in game 3 when we hadn't seen Fulminator Mage out of them yet. I think this deck's very reasonable. We played this deck a bunch on stream. This is one of the many decks that you can find on my website. Remember, if you're watching this on YouTube in the future, comments are now enabled in my videos for the first time in a long time. So if you enjoyed this video, make sure you smash that like button, ring that bell, and leave a comment below. What would you play at the Envy if you were to play... This is what you play at the Envy if you were to play a Feel Smart deck, right? Yeah, yep. If I was looking to play a deck that allowed me to outplay my opponents consistently, this is the deck that I would play. Instead, I'm registering Elves because I just want to smash people. I don't want to exert the energy it's going to take to play this deck well.